Okay, so tuning up a barbed wire fence, it was a bit of a laugh, it was a bit of a crack, but it's not really a serious antenna. The problem, I think, is that you just got all the grass growing up around it and shorting it out, so it was woefully inefficient on transmit. So let's look at a slightly more realistic scenario now. I've come away on holiday here to Wales, and I planned on doing just 20 metres. I've got a 20-metre half wave just outside there, and it worked really well yesterday, but I woke up today and the band is just completely flat. There's absolutely nothing, and I don't think it's the antenna. The conditions just aren't good, so that rules out 20. Can't really get a proper tune or anything worthwhile on 40 because I haven't got enough radials. What do you do? Well, I've got a 80-metre dipole which I screwed up basically. The balun was knackered, and it was tuning up on 160 metres, and I thought this isn't right, and I tried to cut it down. So I've now got an 80-metre dipole which is too short. So I've taken the two parts of the dipole, joined them together in the middle, and then put a counterpoise out the window and used the same tuner that I used for the barbed wire fence and tried to tune that wire up as a long wire, and it actually seems to be working really well. I'm guessing I'm receiving S9 a lot of stations, so I'll get the camera and I'll show you what I've got up close and outside, and then we'll give it a go, see if we can make a couple of contacts on maybe on 80 and 40. So this is the setup inside the caravan, then just turn that down. So I've got my radio, much the same as the barbed wire fence. So I've got my radio, I've got a counterpoise wire on the side there, which comes around here, goes out the window and just lays on the ground. Coax comes out the radio into my tuner, and there's my antenna wire, which again goes out the window. And if I pull that in, this is where it starts to get really bad. I didn't have any connectors or tools to connect it, so if the camera focuses on that, I've just stripped the end of the wire off and wrapped it around the banana plug connector there, and then I'll take you outside and show you the outside. Ignore this coax, that's for the 20-metre vertical. This is the counterpoise wire, just lays across the floor. You can't see it, goes all the way over there, and then there's my antenna wire, my rather gash connection there. It's tied onto the caravan here just to keep it under tension, and that wire goes all the way up that mast, which is a drive-on mast supported on the car, and back down. There's a join in the middle because the wire wasn't long enough, so I've joined two bits of wire together, and goes down and attaches to the fence.
You're 5 and 7, you're doing very well with the working rate, and the 10 right, you're doing very well into Norfolk. You can't go much further across country, can you? I said in case 1C, and I said we are on QRV.
Yeah, lovely. All the best, Dave. Thanks. M0MCX.
Mike Whiskey Zero Golf Quebec Charlie portable.
Right, there's a probably a Mike Whiskey or a Golf Whiskey Zero, but your power's up and down. You got a loose connection somewhere. Try again.
Mike Whiskey Zero Quebec Charlie full water caravan in Wales, brother.
Ah, right. You've got about a 20 dB flick change. Quite rapid. I can only imagine that's something to do with a connection. But anyway, MW0 Queen Charlie. Last letter?
Germany Queen Charlie Quebec Charlie.
Mike Whiskey Zero Golf Quebec Charlie, and I think it's portable. Give me a Roger.
Roger. You're and over with me. About 20 miles west of the city of Chester. And I spoke to you yesterday, I think, when you were tuning up the wire fence over.
Ah, yes, I remember, Brian. I remember. Yeah, that was an interesting experiment. It didn't work all that well. I think the problem was I got all the grass growing up around the fence, and it was just shorting to ground, so it wasn't particularly efficient on transmit. It made a reasonable receive antenna. I think it was acting basically like a beverage antenna on receive, but transmit, it wasn't all that great. Brian, go ahead. I don't know, it's probably about 6 or 7 metres off the ground, so not that high. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll copy that, James. Yeah, well, your signal is actually cracking over to Chester. It's a good 5.9 plus 10, like you say, exactly like, well, a little bit more actually, but the audio is crystal clear. Right, so I was running a bit late and needed to get packed up and get on the road, so filming this last bit from home. And I think what I actually demonstrated there is, as people have told me time and time again ever since I got my licence, it's all about getting your wire up in the air. Lots of wire up in the air. And I think that's what I demonstrated with this, because the antenna was, let's face it, a bit of an aberration. It was hastily thrown together from whatever I had, and it worked probably about as well as a factory built antenna. So you don't need to spend a lot of money on factory antennas. Just get your wire up in the air, and as long as you can get your power efficiently from the transmitter to the antenna without too many losses in the feeder cable, you know, as long as it tunes up, it's probably going to work. So there you go. That was that trip to Wales was a lot of fun. I had a great time, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, please click the thumbs up button. It lets me know that I'm heading in the right direction with the channel and gives me the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing. Don't forget to click the subscribe and also the bell button to be notified when I upload new content. If you don't like what I'm doing, feel free to click the thumbs down button. Just tell me why in the comments below. I welcome your feedback, and constructive criticism will help me to improve the channel. Take care, and I hope you will catch me in the next video.